Hello, rockers and Mercuryans. Rock Mercury here. Welcome to the Rock Mercury podcast. I am having some snacks today. Some more snacks. The prime supreme of the snacks is the vegan cake my sister made. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so tasty. It's vegan yellow cake with some chocolate creamy icing. It's also vegan. So I didn't say it's healthy, but it's vegan. So yeah. Anyway, but first, before I get into that, I want something savory right now. I just have my daily workout of putting my nephew to sleep, which anybody who has babies, they get it. Like, especially as they get older, you're holding them like this. My arms are getting muscular from that. Like, this is all baby weight. They call it, like, they say baby weight, like, as if it's fat, but I got baby weight and muscle. I mean, I did not have this before. So, thanks to rocking. But anyways, I'm tired and I'm hungry. So I'm like, let me eat some poppy water crackers from Central Market. Let me mirror this so you can read it. Central Market and some hummus. Little traditional hummus. I think I'm gonna eat the rest of this. There's not that much left, so I'll eat the rest of this. And then I have another juice my sister made. A little bit more of the juice that I had earlier this morning. That was amazing. So excited to jump into it all. First, let's get into these crackers because, speaking of crackers, I watched the episode of Candace Owens. I listened to her new podcast. Not her new, it's been a podcast, but I didn't realize it was available on Apple Podcasts, so I listened today. And she was talking about some very real stuff. Some very real racial tea and this other kind of things like that just calling it out. Like she calls out so many things and I'm realizing that's why they're demonizing her. Her voice is too true. Like she just really speaks that truth. Oh, I also have some Kalamata olives. Yes, Mario. I'm gonna have a few of these as well with my little snacky snack. But she just really calls it out like it is. And I don't want to make this whole episode about her because I've already talked about her this morning during our morning live. But I will say if you do have any podcasts that you listen to, I think it's on other ones other than just Apple Podcast. She's on Spotify too, I believe. So just check her out because it is a very good podcast. And I usually listen to Gary Vee every day, but I'm thinking of going retrograding back through all the Candace Owens ones. And if you're a black person and you feel like, oh, Candace Owens isn't for the people, you're very wrong. Candace Owens is a black woman who really is about the people, really about educating us and waking us up to the agenda at hand. There's a lot of agendas going on. And although I don't agree with her religious part, like she's a religious person, I respectfully say whatever. Like, that's what she believes. I don't even care. Love that for her. Because she's so intelligent that I'm just so thankful for her input. And even with her religion, it makes more sense with her. Like, I get how some of her morals and her standings allow her to practice her religion in a way that's still respectful in a way. So even though I don't believe in any of that, I really believe in her political standpoints and her worldviews. I'm very thankful for the way that she speaks. Ashley, hello, Ashley. Hey, love, how you doing? Having some crackers and olives. Mm-hmm. Mm. That's the vibe. That's why I was like holding him. I was holding the baby. Um, Waiting for some of these snacks. I'm like, I'm hungry. If you get hungry, you get work up an appetite. Basically lifting weights. So I love eating after working out. So today's episode, she did dive deeper into the whole situation with Gigi Hadid and Anna Wintour. The latest news on the Kanye situation. I feel like I gotta do a Kanye news update all the time. Azealia Banks commented on all this as well and told us that we didn't get the whole joke. We didn't get the joke of the White Lives Matter shirt and like the iconicness of it. And I agree with her. Like people didn't get it. they really missed the bigger picture of it all, the scam of it all. But Kanye West is coming after Anna Wintour now and saying that she let all of her minions come after him and disrespect him, for no reason. Like, they would never do that if Anna Wintour didn't give the blessing. And as someone who's worked with Anna Wintour myself, like, I know there's some shady stuff behind the scenes. I mean, I'm not saying she's a bad person. I don't even think she's technically racist. I think it's just it's a tricky, snaky game. These people are too smart to even be racist. Like, it's like a more control. This is a control game. Like, racism is a very low frequency situation. It's not like just because you weaponize racism against other people, it doesn't mean that you're actually racist yourself. If you know what I mean. Like, you can see the low frequency and ignorance of people who you're trying to manipulate, and use their racist tendencies to manipulate them to do the actions that you are wanting them to do. And I feel like that's what a lot of people in the higher media do. It's not that they're technically racist themselves or think anything like that. It's just that they know how racist people think and how they're easily can be angered and have their agenda, help them accomplish their agenda. At the end of the day, power is their agenda. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Very good crackers. Crackers matter, you guys. Cracker lives matter. I'm just so laughing at society right now. I'm like, what's next? What's coming? I'm so bored by everything right now. Candace had a good point about how people get mad at her for saying the truth about how people are weak right now. Our community is so weak. Even this woman who attacked Kanye about his shirts, it was a very weak-minded statement. It was as if, like, she was suffering. She was like, oh, like, we had to suffer the trauma of seeing these shirts that say White Lives Matter walk down the runway. And, poor us. And it's pure violence. Not one violent thing happened. Not one person even got a paper cut. Not even a paper cut. Or probably, I'm sure somebody probably got stabbed by a needle while they were sewing something last minute. But not even, like, not that thing. That didn't even get reported on. Not one drop of blood was shed. But she said that those shirts were pure violence. It's the terminology that the left uses. And I hate to call it, like, left and right. It's because that's too simplified. It's a bigger picture. It's just, because if you're too far left or if you're too far right, you can still be easily manipulated. It's not even, there really isn't even a left or right. They're just telling you that these are the options that they're giving you to be able to identify yourself as. And if you identify yourself anything outside of these left and right, then all of a sudden you are just some crazy lunatic that, oh my gosh, can you believe they don't consider themselves either one of these? Like, you're far out. You're a conspiracy theorist if you don't believe left or right. If you don't believe blue or red, or you're purple. Oh my god, that's weird. All that kind of stuff. So insane, you guys. Juicy. I love a nice juicy moment. Aunt Miles says, my brother. Hello, Aunt Miles. But yeah, so I feel like everything is just there's like a lot of extremities out there. And I'm like, oh my God, like, when can we just calm down and enjoy the trees, the butterflies, the beauty of the world? Like, we have to have chaos. I was on Twitter today. I think it was Twitter. And there was this VR experience that you can experience what an atomic bomb looks like from the first person view if you were there. So they, like, automated it and showed, not automated, but, like, designed it and created that experience in the VR world. And they showed it, and I was like, that's real violence. That's pure violence. That's the real stuff that this woman, Gabrielle K, should have been talking about. That's pure violence. An atomic bomb or something like that, just destroying everything inside. I'm like, dang, why did this even have to exist? It was terrifying to watch this VR experience. And I'm like, we're over here talking about fashion shows and shirts, and this is the dumbest things in the world. And I think that even Kanye and these people who are manipulating the the industry or whatever, like this, the narrative, even they're bored of it. They're like, oh my god, like this is all like such minuscule conversation because they're planted. These people are in place to prevent us from even thinking about the bigger pictures, the bigger policies that are in place, and the bigger world occurrences that are happening. The militarization of other nations that is causing us danger, security danger, like people blowing up other houses in different countries and blowing up buildings and wars, and it's supposed to distract us from what's really going on. That's why we even care about any of this stuff that's on the news. Like it's just pure stress. When you watch the news, their whole goal is to stress you the f out from the beginning to the end. Or they're fired. You're fired. You didn't trust America out enough. You don't seem serious enough to be a newscaster. I'm sorry, you have to lay you off. We gotta fire you. Um, Flight 214 says, "Is that tuna and grapes?" That sounds disgusting. I'm not gonna answer that question. Um, it's me says, "Well, look at my future husband eating again." Are you rich? Are you wealthy? My husband is wealthy. My future husband's a billionaire. Are you a billionaire? It's me says, agreed. Okay. Well, who's hottie out there? Like a shirtless dude out there. Oh, probably some college person. It's me says 80% of news is about daily violence. Yeah, it really is. It really is just pure violence. Pure violence, as Gabrielle would say. Imagine going to a concert. I mean, sorry, and a fashion show in Paris, France, where I guess there is some violence that happens there, but not much. Um, Imagine being there in a glamorous event with a billionaire, calling that pure violence, and then you're traumatized by the experience. Like, I'm just so tired. I'm so tired, you guys. Like, how do we, like, are we gonna keep doing this? Are we just gonna keep pretending as if the world isn't burning around us? And we're talking about the most craziest, asinine things that could even exist. And we're just like thinking that that's the most important, and we're triggered, and oh, trigger warning, and this and that, and oh my gosh, like, it's so unfounded that you believe differently than me. It's so unfounded that you believe that. I'm sorry, I'm still so upset about this person from the trans community. Not that it's because they're trans. Like, I love everyone. I don't care who they are. But they just happen to be from the trans community, which is supposed to be a community that's attacked and, victims of this and that. And I can't believe this person who I funded their lives for years, funded their whole life, really supported them, never wanted anything from them, never had any sexual relationship with this person, just really cared about the person. I was, just let her live in my home rent free, supported her, made sure she had funds to make sure she was taken care of. She was also an ex-adult star at that one point. I still understood that whole lifestyle, and she knew my ex, and I just was supported her. And I never forget when the whole pandemic happened and all of the mandatory injections happened. When she told me that my concerns about getting injected with something that was not even tested were unfounded, and she belittled me and told me that speaking to me was like speaking to a wall. When literally, I never asked her for her opinion about any of it. Never asked her for any of her opinion. I just let her know what a situation was happening in the workforce in Hollywood. But right after I did the last movie I did, which was Jordan Peele's movie, I did the what do you call it, the Jeffrey Dahmer movie or show before then. But I did Jordan Peele's movie Nope, and then that's when all the rules started changing. And I was telling her about that, and the way she patronized me, I was like, "Is this the same person that literally let her have a room in my home?" Supported her. It was about to go pick her up and support her even more. And it's over your patron. It's just like the same people that say you gotta protect. Oh, we need protection. Oh, I got everybody trying to attack me. Oh my. Oh this. Oh that. They're the same ones that are the most violent, and they attack you back. They just attack you and bite the hand that literally bites the hand that feeds them. And I blocked that person. I thought this was a close friend. That's the craziest part. I was delusional and thought this person was a close person to me at the time. I trusted this person, and for them to flip the way they did, it showed me that I was. I think me believing that this class of people needed protection at all cost blinded me from the toxicness of this particular person. I'm not saying all of them are that. There's no way. There's so many people in the trans community that are beautiful, wonderful people, just living their journey, doing what they want to do. I have no issue with any of that. But sometimes when you think that a class of people um, are or need to be protected at all costs, like you almost see them as weaker in some way, internally, like not even intentionally, but you see that as a weekend situation. So then you're like blind to their true intentions. You become blind to their real, what they really feel about you, about the world, about the chaos and toxicness that they can have. Like it's just it just blocks you from it because and I feel like a lot of people feel that way when they are making inclusion hires. They're like, oh, I have to hire this person who I interviewed because it's the only black person I interviewed or the only woman I interviewed in my company. I have to hire them or I'm not going to be considered inclusive. That could be the most toxic person. Not because of their gender, not because of their race, but because you're trying to find somebody quickly to be that inclusive hire so you can feel like you're an inclusive company or something. Like you just do it inauthentically. There's plenty of women out there that are amazing hires, plenty of trans people that are amazing hires for your company, plenty of black, every race, Latino, any race you want. There's plenty of everyone. But when you're just doing it for race sake and you're not really seeing the bigger picture, it leads to a toxic hiring practices or toxic relationships that you feel like you have to fuel because you don't want to be seen as not supporting that community, that impoverished, not impoverished, but that what is that word? It's that endangered community. It's not even endangered. There's a word for it. There's a word for it, but I'm like missing it right now. But it's you just feel like you have to go over and beyond what your actual intuition tells you about this person as a person. Besides all of this, the packaging they come in, them as a person, and you can end up with literal snakes and monsters in your circle, in your private circle, and you're like, what if I had this person in my home again? But what kind of chaos would that have caused? I'm so thankful that they showed their true colors. Something told me to bring that situation up, and I was just asking them. I was just letting them know. It wasn't even asking a question. I was letting them know that some things were changing schedule wise, and then they asserted their opinion on me and attacked me, telling me that my thoughts were unfounded. Didn't even ask me why I thought that. Didn't give me any proof to the contrary. Just literally just disrespected and said that it was unfounded. Similar to how my uncle did recently when I called out his wife for being a dumb B word, um, for attacking me and bullying me for years because of my orientation and because of what I believe. I'm happy. She's married into the family, so I really think she is a dumb B word, BITC, with a big old H and an OE too, if you want to add that on there. Um, I think that I wrote a very detailed message explaining why I felt that I don't want her in my life and why she needs to stop messaging me. Her bullying. I felt like she was literally bullying me for years, and I've talked about this before. And then he just discredited all my message and says, well, he's back to his long messages of hate towards my wife. Hate towards your wife? What are you talking about? This person's been bullying me, and I'm somebody you knew before you even knew your wife. I'm somebody that you knew since I was a baby, and yet you want to create this. You want to discredit what I said when I literally clearly put out exactly what I felt, and it was just all discredited, all because like it shows that there's no value for what I have to say. You know, it was just really like bizarre, completely bizarre. But like Kanye said recently, his resolution is to only talk to people who are listening to him. He didn't say agreeing. He didn't say agreeing. He said, who are listening? And I love that. I'm not wasting words. I'm not being ignored by these people. Even I don't care if they're family. I don't care if they knew me since before I was born. In the womb. I don't care. If it's toxic, I'm out. If it's disregarding, I'm out. I have no respect for any of that. I have no respect. You know, I had somebody like I hadn't seen in a while. I saw them on FaceTime because my grandmother had them on. I was talking to her and they came in the background like, hey, he was like, hey, what's up? It's an uncle of mine technically. But I was just like, hey, what's up with that beard? And I was like, what's up with that unemployment? You know, like I haven't seen you in so long that that's the first thing you want to say to me. He got real corrected. And I continued, and I kept on talking what I was talking about before I was interrupted. Somebody comes to you, what's up with that? What's up with that? Like, you don't know me like that. You don't know me like that. Like, that's not, like, I don't take disrespect from anywhere. He was not expecting that response. He was not expecting that response. It was hilarious. I didn't care. I didn't mean it to be funny. I was just like, don't come at me with some disrespect talking about, oh, what's up with that? Like, what do you think is up with the what? Like, don't play me. Don't play me. Okay, let me read these comments. Agreed. He said, your voice is so relaxing, says Bray. Thank you, Bray. It's me, says, I'm almost wealthy. I have $25 in the bank. I'm going to need you to add some zero. Like, how many zeros do you need for that? You need, like, at least 9 more zeros, okay? To that 25. At least 9 more zeros there. And then we can talk. Other than that, delete my number. Miss Virgo says, "Hi Rock, how was your day?" My day was so beautiful. It was a really nice day. I'm like figuring out some stuff for my real estate situation, my real estate company, and my sister and I were brainstorming, and I think I'm going to be doing some home tours for you guys. I'm working with a builder, a very big builder, America's #1 builder, actually, and I'm going to be doing some more home tours for you guys and just giving you guys some information about Houston, Texas, because I'm loving it here, and I think that's what I want to do. I don't really want to have any more clients myself. I do have a team of people who I will make sure that you're taken care of, but I feel like I'm best at creating videos. So I'm going to be filming them. I think because I have my new camera now, I probably will film them myself, go to the different properties and just film little videos, like little tours of these homes. Some of them will be empty. Some of them will be model homes. I'm not sure yet for each one, but I'm thinking I may even do like specials. I may go to different communities because we have so many communities in Houston. So maybe I'll go to certain communities and just film the whole community, like little sections, and do the different model homes, a few spec homes, and just like so you guys have a video that you guys can understand what it would be like to be in that area. Um, that'd be really fun. You know, I've been working with this company for over 17 years now, and I'm only 30, so I've been since I was young. My family's been attached to this company, and so I feel like it would be really beautiful to kind of go back to my roots and do videos for that. So I was really excited when my sister and I came up with that idea, and we're also just working on some other branding ideas for us. So things are going really well. Thank you for asking. Melissa says, "Were you on Jeffrey Dahmer?" Yes, I was on the show. My aunt told me, she was like, "Oh, I saw you on Jeffrey Dahmer. You should have had more. You should have had more on there. Like you should have been one of the victims or something." I'm like, why would I want to be one of the victims? I don't think I mean, bless her heart. She meant well, I'm sure, but she said that. I'm like, do you not realize that my ex-husband tried to kill me? Like, why would I want to be one of the victims in this show? Like, I just did a cameo on there. That's it. I'm not trying to be like triggered and getting killed by Jeffrey Dahmer on a show. Why are people so obsessed with this serial killer? Why? I don't get it. I don't understand. I've not watched it at all. BB Blur says, Leave my baby alone. Who's bothering you, babe? Oh, thank you. Um, Nobody bothering me anymore. I don't let anybody bother me. But my aunt was bothering me before I cussed her out. Ex-aunt. She's not my aunt anymore. I rebuked her in the name of Beyonce. Um, and my uncle was bothering me. But I told him to go F himself. Literally. I told him to go check his dumb A wife. A-S-S. Dumb A-S-S wife. That he needs to go F himself. You know, and no one cares about what he's saying. I told him that because he tried to come for me. And I put it in a group message responding to, like my grandmother was on there, my grandfather, my mom, my ex-aunt was on there. It was hilarious. I cussed them out and nobody said anything about, nobody stopped me. So I'm like, it's funny. I love, like, silence is the best answer sometimes when you can cuss somebody out and the rest of the family just like, ooh, well, they got cussed the F out. Don't come for me. I'll about to say my real name, but don't come for me. Like, it's just not the right. I don't come for nobody. I live my life. I live peacefully. So when people come for me and try to bully me, it's like I'm too smart. Like, I'm literally just way too smart for that. Like, am I supposed to act like I don't understand or see what you're doing? Like, I don't see right through you. Like, you're not as transparent as a freshly Windex glass pane. Like, don't you ever disrespect me. I told him that too. I said, don't you ever disrespect me. Go F yourself. And then I was like, I said this, I was like, this day is my nephew's birthday. So like, I'm not discussing this anymore. Happy birthday to him. Like, F you guys. Like, literally. And then I just ended it there. And then they kept it. That's it. Silence. You know, that's how you clear the room. You gotta cuss people out sometimes. Because it's just, otherwise they're just going to keep running over you. And I should have cussed this person out. That's the only regret I have. I have a few regrets about that situation, the drama with the family. My first regret is the typos that I had in the comment as I was cussing the person out. That's one regret. The second regret is not cussing the person out sooner, like years ago. So those are the only two regrets I had. Even after all this time, it's been at least a good, it's October now, so it's been about a little over a month since the situation happened. Let's see, we're about to be a month in a few days. It happened on September 11th. So easy to remember that. And it's just like, sometimes you just have to, you gotta cuss somebody out. You gotta let them know you're not the one. You're not the one or the two. Never been the two, but for sure not the one in this situation. So I'm just letting y'all know, because sometimes you really can just let that sit internally, and it's just the feeling of being silenced or feeling like you can't speak. That tears you apart when you feel like you can't say your piece and say your truth and stand up for yourself. It's not really that the person hurt you so bad with their words. It's just that you felt like you weren't able to express yourself afterwards. So once you express yourself and cast out those kind of energies that diminish you, you can feel real peace sometimes. I don't believe in always forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't always the best thing. I really don't believe that. I know people say that forgiveness is like, I just don't believe that all the time. Like, sometimes you just gotta cuss them out and keep moving. Supposed to forgive a snake after it bites you. You're like, oh, snake, you didn't mean to bite me, snake. Oh my God, no, my hand's turning blue. You know, the venom's going through my body and everything. And, oh, snake, but you didn't mean to bite me. I forgive you, snake. Oh, you good snake. Oh, you a really good snake. Oh, you bit me again. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I gotta forgive you again. Oh my gosh. Dead. Dead right away. You be done dead. You be done died. Be done died. Trying to forgive a snake. All it's gonna do is keep on biting you. You gotta cast that snake out, cut the snake's head off, but that's illegal. So it's better to just cast the snake out, get that snake out of your life, block that snake out of your life, and keep moving. Since you can't cut that snake's head off because it's not legal, but whatever. Open narrator says, really? BB Blur says, you are a Virgo. No, Beyonce's a Virgo, but I'm not a Virgo. I'm a Scorpio. And I killed my very first scorpion, like, last week. And the first time I ever seen a scorpion in person. And the first time I ever killed one. But I had to kill it because the baby was around. So I didn't want to, like, the baby to get bitten by the scorpion. So I stepped on it. It kind of felt like, oh, I felt bad about it. But it was in my house. So I was like, you know, I don't know. I still feel like sometimes killing like bugs is kind of psychopathic for humans because we just feel like, oh, we're so much better than these bugs that we could just like kill them, even if it's a fly. I still feel kind of off about it. I wish there was another way. I wish I could have like captured it in a glass container and put it in a tree or something, but it was a spur of the moment, like get that thing quick before it goes hide somewhere or I don't know. Um, Melissa says yes. Ryan says yeah, he was. Yep, I was. Opel narrator says what episode? It was the last episode. Um, T-Way says, what's up with that beard, Goofy? Wow, what a trash person. I'm gonna block this person. Goodbye. What a loser. Loser. Slacker. This person's like looks tragic. Their face, it'd be the people who look so terrible that be commenting on your looks. Is he even in the room anymore? Let me check if he's even in the room. I think he's probably gone. This person's gone. But I'm gonna block them so that I never have to deal with their ignorance again. So goodbye. But what a disgusting thing to say to me. To somebody so amazing, you know? So weird. Blocked and muted. He looks so tragic. Mm-mm-mm. Bye. I wish blocking and muting was easier. There's one button. TikTok, if you're watching this, just make blocking and muting just like I want to hold on the person's profile, like their picture, and I want the option to say block or mute at the same time. Click, gone. You know? So Soul Urban says, I'm sure Charles Manson is next. They will popularize. Popularize. Yeah, I feel like they will. I feel like they're gonna have like a whole serial killer series. So sad. Greek House Chef says, happy birthday, Rocky's nephew. Well, thank you to him. He's sleeping right now, but he appreciates that. He turned 1 year old. He's my first nephew. I never had a nephew before. He's the most perfect baby in the world. He really is. He's like so perfect. I'm just like, oh, I'm still so blessed to be around him. Thankful that I'm out here in Texas because in LA, I didn't see him. I didn't get to even hold him until he was nearly a year old. Because I was out. Because I mean, I saw him before, like on video, and then I saw him when I came through the window, and all the lockdown was happening, and he didn't have his shots yet or whatever, and so I could only see him through the window. Like there was like a door, like a glass door they have, so I was able to see him through that. But the first time I even got to hold him was this year, a few months ago. So I'm really happy to be here, and that's the joy. Like with all the joy that I have in life and all the beauty I have in life, I will not let anyone steal my peace. And so people can say, "Oh, well, just try to make family work and make it work." I'm like, make what family work? These people are creating drama in my life. My ex-aunt and my actual uncle, my mom's brother, who is dead to me. They're both literally dead to me. It's like, why would I care about somebody who's going to not even be in my life hardly, but then whenever you're in my life, you create chaos and like discourse? Really? You're not family to me. You're nothing to me. Now they're kids. Their kids are my nephews. They're my cousins. But I was there when they were born. I helped change their diapers. I would help like watch them, and I've watched them grow up. I was always around and love them dearly. So I have nothing against them at all. So like it's just their parents are religious and a cult. They're in a cult, and so I guess that's where it comes from. But I don't want any peace with people who are violent towards me, emotionally or physically. So I'm good. I'm just out of that situation, and I feel like it just woke me up to be like, wait, why would I put up with this from anybody? I don't put up with nothing from nobody. I'll cuss you out so fast. So fast. Mm-mm. Not worth it. So good. Okay. I feel like one more cracker and I should be good. I'm trying to get rid of this hummus. There's only a little bit left, so I'm trying to like just eat the rest. So I can throw this container away. Very good hummus. Very, very good hummus. I think I'm done with these olives though. I don't need more olives right now. I'm like, I love olives, but sometimes you get to that point where you can only have enough. You can only have a certain amount of olives. Then you're just olived out. But yeah, it's very tasty. So I've never felt as much peace as I feel lately. I'm loving that I'm working on my music right now. Today, I was supposed to record vocals today, but I think I'm going to keep on working on the track for this new song. I'm working on a song called Billy. It's about It's about bagging a billionaire, and it's so ratchet and ghetto. And I mentioned the Kardashians in this song in detail. Like, there's like a whole verse in my second verse where I come for the Kardashians, but not really like in a bad way. More like they're mentioned in the song in a way like where it makes sense in the rap. Like it's not really about them. It's just because they're considered to be billionaire family or whatever. So it just kind of fits within the lyrics. It came to me, and I was like, let me put them in here. So hope they don't sue me, but whatever. I don't care. Um, I can't wait for the song to come out. I get excited when I put my songs out just for me. Like I don't even care about what happens or how many millions of streams I get. I just want to hear my music. I want to be able to tell, like, hey Siri, play Rock Mercury's new album, whatever it's called. Like that's what I like to do. So I could be at the gym and I really listen to my music. I really do. I think my music is better than a lot of these artists' music. Like a lot of these artists are so boring. And it's just like they're just doing the same safe things over and over again. And I'm just bored. I can't get into it all the time. Like sometimes it's cute, but it's like who's gonna press the button? Who's gonna like push the envelope further? I'm even bored with Kanye. And that's crazy to me. I never thought I'd be bored with Kanye. But I'm bored. Musically. Not innovation wise. Innovation, he's still innovating quite a bit. I don't know what's gonna happen with that whole stem player thing he did for the album for Donda 2. I don't know what is supposed to happen. Like, if people still using that, like it just seems like it kind of died off. I don't really see it that much on social media. So maybe people are using it. I don't know, but I know people think like, oh, you talk about Kanye a lot because everything else is boring. Nobody else is doing really anything right now. Well, whatever. I will say though, just like I tweeted this Azealia Banks song that she put out called New Bottega. New Bottega Prada, New Bottega Prada, Prada. That is the best song of the year. It is the best song of the year. Like, undoubtedly, that's what I tweeted, and I believe that. Like, and I love Beyonce. I know Beyonce put her new album out, and I love the album. I listen to it. It's a great album. I listen to it every day. But this song New Bottega, is undefeatable. Like there's not one song I can think of, even on the billboards or anything that like competes with this particular song. It's the cadence of it, the attitude, the fierce runway walking of it. Like it's such a it's like that song is pure violence. The New Bottega song is real violence. Like she just comes at it so hard and she brings it every ball. She did the same thing with FM All Night, FM All Day and FM All Night, and she did a song called "Rule the World." I ruled the world. I run the runway. I rode the runway. Like she did that song. Those are great songs too, but something about New Bottega, and it's not even on streaming platforms. She hasn't even released it yet. She's going to. But Azealia Banks is Kanye West's favorite artist. Not that that matters, but it is. He's like, he has said that multiple times. I know that personally too. I've seen the messages. Besides the one that she released, I've seen other messages too. His favorite artist. She's one of Beyonce's favorite artists too. But because she's so outspoken, a powerful black woman from New York, people are afraid of her because they're afraid of the truth. And even if she was mentally ill, like people call her and try to dismiss her, they say, oh, she's mentally ill, she's a hater, oh, she said this or she did that. Even with that, her art speaks for itself. Even if that was true, which I don't believe is true. I don't believe she's mentally ill. I believe that she's an artist who's sensitive about her stuff, who's brave enough to say what she really feels. And if she ever became PC and was just like, oh, you guys, everything's great, I love and support everyone, all this, you guys would be so bored. They'd be like, Azealia, what's wrong with you, girl? Why aren't you problematic? Why aren't you yelling at people? The whole reason she makes the whole reason that people are so engaged with her, because they know she's telling the truth, and they want to hear what she has to say next, and just so they can disagree with her, which really means that they agree with her, or get offended by her. When they get offended, that means they really agree, because they're offended that their inner thoughts are being vocalized by this powerful black woman who happens to be a witch, publicly a witch. I love that about her too. These other artists are witches too, but they don't want to publicly put it out there that they're practicing witchcraft. Nobody wants to talk about that. So I respect that she's just herself. She's like, this is me. She's like, I'm gonna put a spell on you. I'll put a spell on you, and now you're gone. You know, people will be mad at her, but like they're like, oh, she ate some cat soup. Oh, she's sacrificing chickens. While you're at McDonald's in the line talking about, can I get a chicken piece nugget, a 10-piece chicken piece nugget from some ground up chicken that was tortured in a slaughterhouse and pushed together and fried in some nasty batter, sat there for months in a freezer, then fried it in some oil that's basically plastic, liquid plastic oil, put into some containers to dip in some high fructose syrup, and be like, oh, yay, look at my dip, my barbecue sauce dip, sweet and sour, yeah, oh my god, chicken, I'm better than Azealia Banks because I didn't slaughter my own chicken. Her chicken that she slaughters to sacrifice to the gods or whoever she sacrifices to are healthier than the chicken nuggets that you're eating. And so think about that next time you judge her for whatever her practices are. I'm not saying I agree and that I do it myself. I don't sacrifice any animals. And I still practice witchcraft or sorcery or whatever you want to call it. I don't do that personally. Do I judge her for doing it? I don't even care. This world is so savage. I can go out on a walk right now. There's so many eagles in my community. There's real eagles, bald eagles. And I can see one of those eagles pick up a rabbit, you know, and eat that rabbit. You think the rabbit's gonna go cuddle with the eagle? No, the rabbit is a guest for dinner. The rabbit is the eagle's guest for dinner, and it's a savage world. So I just think people just have a big agenda against black women, and I'm over it. All right, so here's the cake my sister made. I'm excited to try it. I haven't tried it yet. Let's jump into this cake. A little touch of this cakey cake. Oh my god, baby, yes. Yes, honey, work. Oh my god. Oh my god, yes. Yes. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah, girl. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Wherever my sister was, my sister's outside. My sister's outside in the front of the house right now. I wish I could thank her. I would yell at her right now, be like, "Thank you, B." This is very good. Yellow cake with some chocolate icing. Like I said, it's vegan. Doesn't mean it's healthy, but it's at least it's vegan. At least it's not dairy or egg. So, um, John Josano said, "Saw you on the Jeffrey series yesterday." Alrighty, yep, you did see me. That's me. I've not seen myself on there. I still haven't even found my Netflix password. I haven't really looked for it, to be real, but I need to look for that before I even see myself on the Jeffrey series. I only want to watch my part. Christian Bao says, "What's better for a sweet snack, dates or bananas?" I think dates. Dates and baby bananas are good for you too. Baby bananas are burro bananas, Buro, with the seeds in them. That's like the healthy good snack. I gotta get back to eating tropical fruit with you guys because I was doing really well in LA, but I also was losing too much weight. So I'm at almost at 180. I'm at 179 right now, and I got here. I was like at 162 or 63. So I've already gained some good weight. I want to get to 200 pounds. That's my goal. Just because I want to. I want to be 200 pounds of muscle and like, why not? You know, I'm 6'4". That's a good weight for me. Soul Urban says, "What do you think about that family of 5 murdered 2 days ago?" I don't know about that. I mean, I think it's bad. I think being murdered is not a good thing at all. Like, I mean, but let me. I'm guessing you're asking for a reason, so let me just see. Let me see what this is even about. Family of 5 murdered. Murdered in Texas. 5 family members believed to have been murdered and escaped from an inmate who. No, that's a different one. So many people are dying. I'm not laughing, but it's a lot happening. Suspects in deaths of California family spent almost decades in prison. Almost a decade in prison. 57 minutes ago. Suspects in death of California family spent almost a decade in prison. 4 kidnapped California family members, including a baby girl, were found dead in a farm area Wednesday. Authorities said 2 days after they were abducted from their business in a case where investigators have detailed the suspect but not. This is sad. This is so sad. The bodies of an 8-month-old. Oh my God, parents. Oh my God. In an orchard in Central California, Merce County. This is really terrible. Why am I reading this? This is why I can't watch the news. I can, but it's just like depressing. This is so terrible. Well, I don't know enough about this to have any opinion on this at all. So I'm going to go ahead and skip this. Oh, Janet Jackson baby's on here on the side. It's like a little ad on the side. Janet Jackson, it said Janet Jackson's son isn't a baby anymore. It might look familiar. Oh, I want to see him. Dang it, I clicked it and now it's a whole bunch of other pictures of other people and their kids. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Janet. I love Janet Jackson. Oh, gosh, doggone it. Anyway, okay, I'm closing out this folder. I needed something to cleanse my palate, emotional palate, from this murder of 5 people. Like, are you serious? What kind of world is this? A savage world. Wait, Christian Blow says, "No, LOL, I was asking him." Yes, I was in that show. Anthony Swanson says, "Hey, Rock." Hey, Anthony. Soul Urban says, "It was in California." Mm-hmm. Yep, I see it was. I'm disturbed by it. I don't know what happened. Protect your family. Protect your family. Cherish your family. The ones who aren't shady. And that's all I can say. It's heartbreaking. It's really sad. talk about family. There was some drama with Christian Walker and Herschel Walker, who's like a senator or something, or running for Senate. I don't know. I don't follow any of these BS politics. But Christian Walker, I do follow. I really like him a lot. He's hilarious. He does these videos at Starbucks where he just like calls out the blue-haired liberals. But he called out his father this time. He called out his dad and said that his dad is pretending to be a family man in order to be elected for office in the Senate. And I was like shook by what he said. And how, like he said, that his father has 4 kids, including himself, 4 different baby mothers. His mother and him had a really bad divorce. He went through hell after that. And there was some abortion scandal or whatever that his dad got caught in. And he said that the whole situation was a lie. But Candace Owens said something that really shocked me and kind of made me think about something a little bit more. I mean, I know I share a lot online, so I'm not the best example of what I'm going to share now. But Candace Owens said about the situation with Christian Walker and his father, Herschel Walker, who you may know in politics. If you follow politics, you probably know who that is. I don't know. I've seen a picture of him, but I don't even know. I know his son more than I know him. She said that this seems like a matter that should not have been made public and should have been handled in the family unit because she doesn't feel like it's him being an absentee father is going to affect his work in the office. Like you said, that a lot of people in office are, absentee because they have to work so much. They're constantly flying out and to Washington, D.C. and traveling for the country and their politics. So they end up being really great at their jobs, but then really bad at their family life. Which she had a good point about. She had a good point. Because you could think like, oh, what if he can't take care of his family? Then how in the world is he going to be able to run a Senate position? Work in the Senate House or whatever, a Senate office. But him being a great senator, or decent, I don't know if he is, but him being a decent senator could mean that he's not a great family person, because it does require all your time and a lot of your energy and workforce, life force. So I get what she's saying. I actually thought she was just going to support Christian Walker and say, yeah, like fatherless homes and absentee fathers are the issue in society, and kind of mention what she spoke about before when it comes to the black families. Christian Walker's a black man, and so is his father. His mother's Italian. But I thought she was going to kind of double down on Herschel for not being a true family man. But what she said was like, this situation should have been resolved behind the scenes, and that the timing of it all is an issue too, with voting being right around the corner. And it made me think about I guess certain things should be held within the family unit. Like, as much as we know about the Kardashians, there's some things that they would never share publicly. That makes them stronger. That they can trust each other with certain things that just will never come out to the public. That's a bad example because there's so many things that they have come out to the public with. But I've worked with the Kardashians many times, and I do know there's some things that just are not going to ever come out. Because they really hold it down, and they have lawyers to kind of block certain things from exiting the family knowledge. And they're a very tight unit. No matter what we think about them, they prioritize their family and their own privacy. As public as they are, they prioritize their privacy. Although I agree and understand what Christian Walker was going through, the harm and damage he may have caused his father's campaign may have destroyed his ability to even get this office seat in the Senate right now. And I feel like that might be a harsh result to the information that he put out. Like, I don't know if that's going to be, if that was the best move for him to do. But with that being said, I support Christian Walker, and I honestly agree with him. Even with me saying that, and me saying, like, me hearing Candace Owens' side on it, like, I'm savage. I like this. I like to clear the air. I like to keep it real, real. And I think I would have done the same thing that Christian Walker did. I would have done the same thing. Like, I would have called it out and said, "You ain't even here for your family." Like, lies and lies. Like, don't put me into your lies. Like, I would have probably said the same thing. So I can't really hypocritically be like, "Oh, bad Christian Walker. You should have kept that in your family." But I do understand what Candace Owens was saying about how there's sometimes a bigger picture. And I don't know if Herschel Walker is a decent political officeman, but if he is, then this really got messed up. People are mad. Like, they're using this all over the media right now. All over the media, this has been a huge story, apparently. I don't watch the news, but allegedly it's like a huge story. This cake is so good, my last bite. There's more cake in there, but I'm not going to eat any more right now. So good. So good. Now I should cleanse my sins with more of this juice. Cleanse all my sins. Oh my God, that cake was amazing. Somebody named RNNNNN says, "How's Texas?" Texas is absolutely wonderful. Loving it, living for it, sliving. Yeah, it's great. Everything's great. Very happy to be here. I'm gonna do a video soon about why people should relocate from California to Texas. Even though I'm from California, I was born and raised there. Do you miss Cali? Says RNN. Not even one bit. I mean, I do have a house out there. That's a really big house, a nice house. It's still there. I mean, I have my assistants there. They, kind of run operations there. But if I didn't see that house for another year or a few years, I wouldn't even care. Luckily I have my assistants. They can just FaceTime me and show me anything I need to see at the house, and they can make sure it's being utilized and my plants are getting watered and my mail is getting there. Like, I feel fine. I'm in a very luxurious neighborhood out here. I have a lake. I have police officers over here that keep my area safe. Lots of trees, lots of nature and beauty. Yeah, like, I don't see any reason to miss California and the random bum attacks and pollution, air pollution, and crazy levels of traffic, insane real estate prices, insane gas prices that are double the price in here, corruption. Well, there's corruption everywhere, but a fake blue state. California's a blue state, but they're very, like, politically violent out there. Like, it doesn't feel comfortable. Like, everybody's, like, in that woke culture, and it's just super, like, unnerving. And it's so dirty in California. Out here, it's so clean and beautiful. Everything's gorgeous. The grocery stores are even better here. The air is better. I mean, like I said, no homeless people. I've not seen one homeless person since I've been here. In LA, I see them every day. And I don't need that. So, it feels great. Feels safe. I have a smart home, so we have extra security here. And like I said, we have our own police officer that's always here. So I feel safe. I feel like a very good situation. They're nice. The police are very respectful here. Um, I haven't dealt with even an ounce of racism. Meanwhile, while I was in California, I used to go walking in Manhattan Beach, which is a rich area over there. Houses are like at least $5 million, $5 or $6 million for the lowest house in Manhattan Beach. Um, and these young rich kids are riding on the street saying the N word with the hard R, with the hard ER, and saying the most craziest racist things. And one of the guys threw something at me as I was standing on the corner trying to cross the street. He threw like a peel or something. They didn't hit me because I would have chased that car and dragged him out of it by his neck. But the fact that he had the audacity to throw it towards me shook me. And I'm like, wow, racism, interesting. And that's California. So I have not dealt with even an ounce, not even an ounce of racism out here in Texas. Not where I'm at, not in Houston. I'm sure there's racist people here. I'm not saying that they don't exist. I'm just saying my experience here has been exemplary. As it was before, I lived here before. So the only reason I left last time is because I was going to the entertainment industry, and my family had not grown to the space that they're at now, intellectually, to where they could accept me for the amazingness that I am, instead of trying to judge me for being loud and proud and who I am. So now they're evolved and they understand and respect me and appreciate me, and the ones who don't can suck a big D. So, yeah, I'm very happy to be here. Uh, okay, I think I'm done now. I feel really good. I drink all my juice. Almost all my juice, I meant. So good. Limenology says you look wise. I am wise. And yeah. Before I get off, I do want to see if I ran out of all these questions, because I used to like doing these rapid questions on here, but I feel like I've answered them all. So I'm just going to see if I skip through them and find ones I didn't answer yet. Because I feel like they really do circle. Like the first one that came up, I've already answered that. Drop one lie you told your ex. Oh, drop one lie you told your ex. I used to lie to my ex and act like I didn't know that he was cheating on me and being toxic. So I think that's the lie. That's the lie that I've told my ex. Because I always knew what was going on. So sometimes I'll be like, or the biggest lie is like, are you okay? And I say yes. And I wasn't okay. That's a lie. At that point, because he wasn't a safe space to talk to, especially because he was abusive. So definitely told that lie. Oh, Jay Nasty says I look like I'm 25. Well, I am 7 years older than that. Wait, I'm 32. I'll be 32 next month. So I'm 7 years older than that. But thank you. 25. Yeah, I'm 25. Now I can finally rent a car without extra fees. Name one stupid rule in your school. Oh my gosh. I'm not in school anymore. But I thought a stupid rule was that you couldn't go out and get your own food from where you want to go get food from. I'm like, why do you have to eat nasty cafeteria food? That's a stupid rule. I think school itself is a stupid rule to even have to go to school. Next question. Let's see if I find another one. Ask me anything. I already did that one. What makes you happy? I already answered that one. How did you come up with your nickname? Rock Mercury is my nickname, or like my stage name, whatever. And I came up. Oh, that's a long story. Well, I came up with it. It's a dark story. I I feel like I answered this on my YouTube. I don't really want to go through this again. It was gonna be a studio. I was gonna start with my ex. Um, I was really in a dark, depressed space after being abused for so long. I decided that I wasn't going to take my own life, and instead I was just going to create a new life as Rock Mercury. And it's instead of taking my own life, and then I just like made it an art project to where I was just going to keep on being free as if I didn't have any fears and just live boundlessly and say what I have to say, be a completely fearless Rock Mercury, rock solid while still malleable like Mercury. And just as toxic as Mercury too. Yeah, so then I just went along with it, bought the domain name, branded it, and became an international icon. Next question. What's a song everyone loves but you hate? I think a lot of people love that song Happy by Pharrell. Cause I'm happy, clap along if you feel. Like, I hate that song so much. It's the most laziest song to me. It's so annoying. I'm not happy when I hear it. I can't stand that song Happy. It just makes me so angry. Yeah, when I hear it, I want to like punch the speaker. I'm like, are you serious? One more question. I answered that already. What age did you start date? What age did you start date? I think does TikTok literally have typos in it? I think you're saying what age did you start dating? Well, I didn't start dating until 2014. Wait, let me see, because I was 2013. 2013, I had my first partner or boyfriend, whatever. We were like dating for a few days before we got engaged. Probably like 2 days before we got engaged. He was Russian. He was a Russian supermodel. But I don't know if that engagement counts because he was already married to a woman. I didn't even know that. But he was married to a woman for his papers. I didn't know that either. It was a trash situation. And he was like super controlling. Super hot though. So hot. He was so hot. But also he's like trash, so whatever. But that's the first time I started dating. Yeah. I'm liking that I'm finding new questions on here. I already answered that one. What's your deepest, darkest secret? My deepest, darkest secret is that I really don't give a F. I really don't give an F. And that's my deepest dark, because people don't understand that I don't give an F. An F-U-C-K. Not a bit. That's my deepest, darkest secret. Don't tell anybody. I wish I could burp right now. Next question. What can you do but no one else can? Be Rock Mercury. What's a question that makes you already answer that before? I answered that. What's something random you need to tell everyone? I don't need to tell anybody anything. Let's see. I'm trying to find a question that I don't. Do you believe in love? Sure. I was trying to see, because if I don't find too many new questions, then I just won't do this anymore. As far as like these rapid questions, so I'm just gonna try to get a few more. Can I be your bestie? If yes, comment. No, you can't be my bestie. No way at all. I already have a bestie. Are you proud of your smile? Yes, I got braces for it, so yeah. Okay. Do you prefer curry chicken or stewed chicken? Ew, poor chicken. It's so sad that like chickens are just seen as food. They don't even have. They don't even have like. Nobody has concern for them as like creatures, you know. Marcus says, "Show me your stuff, please." Ew, go away, Marcus. Go away. What are you talking about? Show me your stuff. What does that even mean? Is that like nasty? Trying to be like dirty on here on TikTok of all places? Bessie says, "Hello, Bessie." Say you're not doing that, or did that. Do you wish you never break up with your ex? I wish that I broke up with my ex before we got together. That's what I wish. For all my exes, I wish that I broke up before we got together. What do you like doing when you're alone? I like doing me. But I like making music alone. What did you want to be in the future? I just want to keep on being me. I want to be a billionaire though. Multi-billionaire. That's what I want to be in the future. Marcus says I don't do dirty. I'm always tidy. Well, what's the question that you're saying then? Like, why are you asking me that question if you're always tidy? Um, Liana says, do you have a lover? I don't have a lover. I don't even have a crush right now. Like, the only crush I could think of is my crush from high school. But honestly, like, I think theoretically that would be hot. But we were friends afterwards. And we never dated in high school, but like, because I think he's straight. Well, he says he's straight, but I don't know. We've had some queer moments, I'll say. But we never really did anything together. But I think it's just that like idea of what if something did happen and like how hot that would have been. But honestly, like, I don't even have his number. I can't even find him on Facebook anymore. I don't know where he is. I ran into him randomly at one point at some smoothie shop, but we didn't really exchange numbers. And I thought I had him on Facebook, and I couldn't find him again. So like, I don't even know where he is. Um, so yeah, I don't have any lover though. I thought about that too. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I have no love life at all right now. Um, I'm fine with that because I want a real one if it's gonna happen in the future. But it's just, yeah, I don't have that. I do not have that. Um, do I want one to? I think I think I'd be lying if I said no. But I want it to be right. I'd never been in love before ever. And I've been married, but I never was in love. That was fake. That marriage was just a fake situation with somebody who hated me, who was jealous of me, who tried to kill me. So it's like, that's not really love. Somebody who loves you isn't going to try to kill you multiple times. So I've never had love before. So I want to experience love at least once before I die. At least. It'd be nice to experience love for once. Um, Marcus says, do you prefer football or hockey dudes? Ooh. Dang, hockey guys are so hot. But they'd be missing their teeth and stuff. Mm. I like, I mean, I feel like hockey guys, there's more white guys than hockey guys, and I like mixed guys a lot, or like black guys. Um, Even though all my relationships have been with white men, but that's not by choice. It's by choice, but it's by like who they pursued me. So I don't. That's just how it was. But that doesn't mean that's who I prefer. I would much rather like like really hot black men. That's my preference. So I gotta pick football because there's some hot black dudes on there. Oh my God, it's so hot, so hot. Big old like thick guys too. Ooh, yes. Oh my God, yes. Okay, it's footballers. Liana says, if you were a straight, what woman would you date? Beyonce. I would marry Beyonce immediately, and I would be completely straight. I would convert my orientation, and I would never cheat on Beyonce ever, and I would marry her, and I would be the best stepdaddy to Blue, to Saint, to Sir. Not Saint, oh my God, to Rumi and Sir. Blue, Rumi, and Sir. Her kids. I'd be the best stepdaddy. Let Jay-Z go back to the streets where he wants to be. Yeah, Beyonce. That's the only one I would date. The only one. Marcus says, LOL. Oh God. But yeah, that's the questions. Is there any more questions on this lightning thing? I just feel like I did them all. What song will you never be tired of? Any song by Beyonce? especially her song "All Up in Your Mind" and "6 Inch Heels." What have you given up on? Um, I have given up on trying to convince people anything of anything. I've given up on convincing people. You either believe it or you don't. I don't care. That's what I've given up on. What's your breakup experience? I've always been really heartbroken in breakups, but not anymore. Like I feel like if I broke up again with somebody, if I broke up, had a relationship, I would be okay. Like I've already gotten through that space of even caring enough to be broken up. Like I just I've always been the one that kind of broken up with. The crazy part is that I've never broken up with anyone. They've broken up with me, and they always come back every single time. Even my ex husband, they always come back and they be like, "Oh, I messed up. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, can I have you back? Can we go to dinner? Can we do this?" Da, da, da. Every time, I'm like, "You treat me like trash. You disrespected me, broke my heart, and now you want to come back for what? Bye. Block my number. I'm blocking you. Bye." So like that's how I feel about it. I don't have forgiveness for that. But it's so bizarre. Like I'd be so sad and heartbroken. Like what did I do? Like oh so sad. Like heartbroken. Like getting done dirty. Just for them to always come back. Like what? Like who does that? Like why all of them too? Anyway, it's so dumb. What's your zodiac sign? Scorpio. What age did you start dating? Oh, that's the proper question. That's what they said. But it's 2023. Hi, Rock. It's Angel. Glad you're live. Thank you, Angel. Good to see you. Favorite song at the moment is All Up in Your Mind by Beyonce from her new Renaissance album. It's amazing. I love that song. What's the scariest thing to happen to you? Um, the scariest thing. Oh, almost getting killed by my ex husband. Yeah, like fighting for my life, multiple times. That is the scariest thing, especially the last time. How old will you be in 8 years? I don't want to do the math. What's your battery percentage? I don't know. I can't see it. What has been your most embarrassing moment? I don't get embarrassed. I just embarrassed people. Um, I really don't know how to feel embarrassed. Angel says, "Where are the questions coming from?" They're coming from TikTok. TikTok has these rapid questions, and I'm trying to make sure that I haven't answered them all yet. So I'm seeing which ones are the new questions. Hi Rock, you still in Texas? Yep, I'm still in Texas. If you could try anything new, what would you do? Um, I don't know what I would try that's new. Like, what do you mean? I feel like I've tried so much. I feel like I feel like I loved what I'm doing right now. If I was to try anything new, it would be being a billionaire. Would be a new thing for me. So I would just be rich and be a billionaire. What's the craziest dream you've ever had? Oh my gosh, the craziest dream. My dreams are intense. I can't even answer that. My dreams are like very intense. Like I have dreams about the future, and they're always accurate. Um, so I don't know what to say. Like I have visions, and since I was a kid, I've been having visions. I wish I had a vision about the lottery. That'd be fun. But yeah, my dreams are too intense to even start with that. I don't even like it's. But lately they've been better. Lately in my dreams, I've been really at peace, and my dreams haven't been as frequent or intense. So I'm thankful for that. Maybe I shut myself off from that because I don't even care. I don't even want these dreams. I never wanted them. They just happen, and they're always so accurate. It's scary. My mom knows about it too. Um, Angel says, "Oh, okay. Trying to see how this works. LOL. I'm old. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, just on TikTok. I'm just clicking. I press a dice and the questions change. The next question is, what are 3 things you do every day? Um, Eat, take a crap, and go outside. Enjoy nature. Those are the three things I do every day. I do other things too. I work. I love making music every day. I was trying to say something funny with the take a crap, because we all take a crap every day. Some of y'all don't though. Some of y'all be so constipated. Oh my gosh. Y'all be talking about you haven't used the bathroom in a week. That's so toxic. You need to use the bathroom every day, otherwise your diet is not going well. You have to use the bathroom. You got to get it out of you. You can't let food putrefy in your digestive tract. You have to use the bathroom every day. That's it. That's all I got to say. Um, Murder, Murder says, "Are you gonna live in Texas permanently?" I think so. I think I really love it here. I think I really I love being here. So I don't really see myself needing to go anywhere. As long as my family's here, I'm gonna stay here as long as they're here. So yeah. Angel says, "I watch your lives daily. LOL. I could answer the three things you do." What are the three things I do? Eat. What are you gonna tell me? Three things. Next one is, where's the strangest place you've fallen asleep? Standing up. I've fallen asleep in school. I don't know. I can fall asleep anywhere. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? Right where I'm at. Texas, Houston, Texas. Use three emojis to describe you. Sparkle emoji with the stars, fire emoji, and the emoji with the optical glass. They're looking like this, like judging. That's the emojis that can describe me. What are your top pet peeves? I can't stand willing ignorance. Blissful ignorance is so annoying to me. People who just love being ignorant. And they're like, oh, don't educate me. I want to be ignorant. That's just so gross. Murder says, go sell your house in Cali. You'll be rich over here in Texas. No, we're going to keep the house there. The house is worth like $1 million. So I think it's going to be worth even more if you keep it. But I don't want to ever sell it. I don't want to ever sell any houses of my own. I want to keep growing more properties. So, but yeah, I'm not interested in selling that. What would be your perfect date? With a billionaire, on a boat. No, I don't have to be on a boat. Boats are cute every now and then, but the perfect date, I don't need to be on a boat. With a billionaire, again, back to that. On the lake. I love the lake. But like not on the lake, like just like maybe on the house on the lake, like just chilling out there with a private chef, making food for the whole day, live music, just me and my date. Live music playing, different artists coming in and out, and some dancers, and lots of gifts, like they get me a new car or something like that. Like it's like a whole bunch of gifts and stuff. Gifts, good food, and great intercourse after. Outside, by the beach, by the lake. That sounds great. With Chris Brown. Because Chris Brown's going to be the person I'm dating. That's the perfect date with Chris Brown. Angel says, Chris Breezy Bottom. That's right. So, that's a perfect date. Alright. Let me see if I can find another question. Like, what's the scariest movie you ever watched? I think I answered that already before. What's one thing you bought but never used? Ooh, I buy a lot of things I haven't used. Dang. Especially oh my god, my house in LA has so many things in the garage that I've never, hardly ever used or used at all. I don't know what the thing I could think of right now. I feel like there's a few things. I barely use my guitar, unfortunately. I love my guitar, but I barely use it. So maybe that's what I'll say. STG says, hey, how are you? I'm doing great, thank you. Angel says, yep, LOL. For real. Okay, let's try another question. Who was your first celebrity crush? My first ever celebrity crush was... I feel like one of my big crushes, I can't think of the first one, but like one of my big crushes was like Little Bow Wow. Little Bow Wow and Corbin Blue was a huge crush of mine at one point. But Little Bow Wow was a super, when I was younger, like Little Bow Wow was so hot to me. Still is hot, to be honest. Chris Brown, of course. Corbin Blue. From High School Musical. Who else was like super crushed on? I don't know. The Power Rangers, like the white Power Ranger. He was so hot. He actually lived down the street from me here. He has like a karate studio. He's so hot. Oh my gosh. His name is Jason, I think. Yeah, those were my first crushes. Probably the Power Ranger guy. I think that was like a number one crush back then. What is one thing you can't live without? Tell me how to put the beat with no air. I don't know what else what can I not live without? Beyonce. Can't live without Beyonce. Love her. Nas Nevia says Morgan Freeman was mine. That was your first crush, Morgan Freeman? He's hot. His voice is hot too. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Morgan Freeman's hot. I wonder how Morgan Freeman look young. Let's see, young Morgan Freeman. Because right now he's a little too old for me, but he's still hot. Morgan Freeman. Young. Images. Okay. Go ahead, Morgan Freeman. Very attractive. Very, very attractive. Angel says, I love that song, No Air, with Jordan Sparks. So good. And Chris Brown. Nas Nevia says, no. Oh no, I like them older. Okay, get your Morgan Freeman. You get your Morgan Freeman. You better get that. He's hot though. He is hot, that's for sure. But anyway, alright. I used to like Will Smith, but I'm like bored by him now. He's still hot, but he's not like, I don't know. I just feel like I'd be so annoyed by him. Ugh. I don't know. I'm over it. Alright. Well, rock on, Mercuryans. I'm going to answer one more question, and that's it. How many siblings already answered that before? What do you regret not doing? I regret not cussing people out earlier. I regret holding my tongue. Anytime I held my tongue, I regret it. So that's the last question I'll answer. Thank you, Rockers and Mercuryans, for joining me today. I'm gonna get up and go. I have so much stuff to do today. But rock on, Mercuryans. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I may come on tonight. I'm not sure if I'm not too tired. But thank you, Angel. Angel says, bye, Rocks. Thanks for having us. Thank you for coming today. Appreciate it. Thank you for 1.5 thousand likes. Have a great day, you guys. Bye. Bye, Naz. Peace out. See you soon. 1.5 thousand likes. That's amazing. Thank you, guys. Bye. Always. Okay, thanks, Angel.